Bacchus was the son of Zeus, the king of the gods, and Semele, a mortal woman. His birth was a dramatic one. When Semele was pregnant with Bacchus, she asked Zeus to reveal himself to her in his true form. Zeus agreed, but Semele was unable to withstand the power of his lightning bolts and was incinerated. Zeus saved Bacchus by sewing him into his thigh. When Bacchus was fully developed, he was born from Zeus's thigh. Bacchus was raised by nymphs on Mount Nysa. When he came of age, he traveled the world teaching people how to cultivate grapes and make wine. He also introduced them to the wild and ecstatic rituals of his worship. Bacchus was a popular and widely worshipped god. He was associated with fertility, abundance, and joy. He was also the patron of theater and the arts. Bacchus's festivals, known as the Bacchanalia, were characterized by wild revelry, drunkenness, and sexual promiscuity. The Bacchanalia were often banned by the authorities, but they continued to be celebrated in secret. Bacchus was a complex and contradictory figure. He was associated with both the civilized and the wild. He was a god of wine and revelry, but he was also a god of fertility and abundance. He was a patron of theater and the arts, but he was also associated with the ecstatic and the irrational. Bacchus in myth and art. Bacchus is often depicted in art and literature as a young, handsome man with a wreath of grapes on his head and a thyrsus, a staff topped with a pine cone, in his hand. He is often accompanied by his maenads, female worshippers who were known for their frenzied dances and ecstatic rituals. Some of the most famous myths about Bacchus include the birth of Bacchus. Bacchus was born from the thigh of Zeus after his mother, Semele, was incinerated by Zeus's lightning bolts. Bacchus and the Pyretes. Bacchus was once captured by Pyretes. He turned the Pyretes into dolphins and escaped. Bacchus and Ariadne. Bacchus fell in love with Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos of Crete. He married her and gave her a crown as a wedding gift. The crown was later placed in the sky as the constellation Corona Borealis, Bacchus's legacy. Bacchus continues to be a popular figure in popular culture today. He is often depicted in films, television shows, and video games. Bacchus is also a popular subject of art and literature. The myth of Bacchus is a reminder of the importance of letting loose and enjoying life. It is also a reminder of the power of wine and ecstasy to transform human consciousness. In addition to the above, Bacchus's life is also often associated with the following themes. Transformation. Bacchus was a god of transformation, both physical and spiritual. He could turn people into animals and animals into people. He could also transform people's consciousness, leading them to experience a state of ecstasy. Duality. Bacchus was a dualistic god, associated with both the civilized and the wild. He was a god of wine and revelry, but he was also a god of fertility and abundance. He was a patron of theater and the arts, but he was also associated with the ecstatic and the irrational. Liberation. Bacchus was a god of liberation. He liberated people from their everyday cares and worries. He also liberated them from their social and moral constraints. Bacchus's life and legacy are complex and multifaceted. He was a god of many things, and he continues to fascinate and inspire people today.